I'm finally getting around to some Halloween crafting. Not like waiting until the last minute to get something done. But I told myself, I'm going to do this. And I'm getting it done right now. So let me go choose some paper. When I organize my paper, I put most of my Halloween down here and fall. So I am going to look for a fun paper pack to use on this project. And since it is a little golden book which I am going to try to go with something Halloween heavy. I kind of like that, but I think I want something more colorful. We have Nightfall, Authentique. Oh, there's the Simple Stories. We'll think about that one. And that one's more orange and black. Oh, look at there, right here. This is the one. Look at all that colorful. And I'll show you why. Oh, let me put this stuff back. Okay. I think I got you in frame. So the reason why I wanted more of the purples and, the characters is because it is Sesame Street. And, the pages are a little more colorful in here. So what I did do already is cut off the spine of my little golden book. I just have a guillotine. And I just sliced her off because I end up making my own spine. I can show you. So I usually end up just making my own, and I'm going to do 2 signatures. So it's going to be very much like this, but just more in a Halloween theme. And it's not really, oh my gosh, stop moving. It's not really a tutorial. I'm just taking you a craft with me because it's been a hot minute and I want to, Christmas is coming up and I'm feeling the vibe and I really want to make some things, some Halloween, Christmas assemblages and journals, junk journals, etc. So we're going to set that over here. I got to do my cover. So what I like to do is, I'm sorry for the back and forth. It's been a while, you know that. I like to put scrapbook paper on the inside, cloth on the outside, and scrapbook on the inside. But I don't know what Halloween fabric I have. I might just end up doing scrapbook paper on the inside and outside. And I use a spray glue. I can show you that in a second. But I want to look through this paper real quick and see. Oh my goodness, look at those little characters. I guess no, it's all there. Good. That will go great with the characters. Right there. We'll find some places to put those stickers at. What is this? Alicia Whitcomb. Halloween Echo Park. Some cut parts. Great to make tags. And 2 sheets of each, it looks like. Oh, those are sweet. Cute little characters. Stripes. Diagonals. Do they label their... They do. Little monsters. This one is Halloween stripes. Halloween pumpkins. 2 sheets of that. Some more cut parts. Journaling cards. Spooky plaid. And more cut parts. Wait. Are they the same as the other ones? I did. Those were the first ones I started with. I forgot I put them on the bottom. Journaling cards. Okay, so I would like to probably put that Well, no, I'll save this for like a main page where I flip and fold, because you need a design that can be upside down, and the stripes can be upside down. So let's look for another sheet to put on the inside. We'll do this one here. Oh, that goes well with that too. So we'll do that for in there, and I'm going to look for what Halloween fabric I might have. That would be cute too on the other side. And alright, and then I just gotta look for fabric. Alright, I'll be back. So I picked this fabric up at a antique store, not really, it's a variety store, kind of flea market, and I paid $2 for the bag of yardage, but look at these colors. Wow, pop. And they fit great with that theme, so I'm rolling with it. I mean, you gotta look for a reason to use the stuff you have. Oh my goodness, why? Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. I'm going to complain about the staples they have in the fabric bag. This is what I'm using spray adhesive to adhere everything on my covers with. Only because I found it easier than a glue stick. I don't have to try to, well, I can't sew through that heavy book anyways. But what am I looking for? My staple remover. Well, I can't find my staple remover. If you saw my desk, I have 10,000 projects at once happening, plus other stuff I've just brought home and dumped. I'm sure a lot of you are guilty of the same thing. And it's around here. It's on the tabletop somewhere. Alright, but that will work. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I do have another channel. It's called Cat and Paul's Mercantile. It's more of my vintage channel. And I go like shop at a lot of places like this and show what I'm getting. And I end up buying, of course, a lot of journal supplies that I really don't need to get. Because I always think, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this and that with it. But my goodness, I had to get a journal out this year. Smelling the fabric, seeing how bad it stinks. And I just cut a piece off. That is good. Pretty good thick fabric. It is quite a bit too. So, let me check back in with you. I gotta figure out where this begins, and I'm just gonna cut us. Well, you know, I can actually, you know what I can do? I can spray my cover and bam. Put it down and then just cut it out. So I think I'll do that. I'll be back. Okay, I spent 10 minutes searching for my ruler. It was over on the other desk, but I did spray my cloth down, and now I'm just going to go ahead and kind of trim it up so that way I can fold it over, and I'll just use tacky glue to hold it down. I did cut my spine too. I made extras. It's 1.5 inches wide by just under 8 inches long, but it's just because it fits the little golden book. So that's why. I just said so I can lose them, you know. But yeah, now I'm just going to go ahead and cut this down some, and I'll show you something I picked up on the interwebs. I ordered, and I've been using it. It kind of works. I'm sure I could probably just tear those. And I can just keep these little scraps of fabric for tags, etc. Not too worried about being neat with it. These cats have a thing about me being in here. They do not like me hanging out in my craft room too much. So I'm just waiting. So I got this. Let me show you. Where's it at? Well, I think I'm going to show you. It's that right there. What did I do with it? Anyways, it has a guide to kind of help me measure out things. But Oh my goodness, I don't know where it's at. Well, I'll just eyeball it. I have used it, but I like it. It gives you the little corner guide as well, so you can cut your corners and not cut them off. Well, that stinks. I wonder what to do with it. Again, I'm not really concerned. I've always had trouble like talking and doing a task at the same time. I don't know what it is. But I do have my tacky glue. That wasn't supposed to happen. Eek. Not part of the plan. Not part of it. There we go. Oh my goodness. Well, I know it should be at the tip ready to roll out. I need to craft more. I honestly do. So it's the week before Halloween. The week before, it's the end of October. And here we are. Glue. Can you work for me just a little bit? I kept you downward facing the whole time. We'll get it to work. Ay, ay, ay. Chloe just left. She's going to a birthday party. She stayed the night. She's going as a teen. She told me like 4 times what she's going as. I'll put my Instagram post up. We went to the promenade yesterday. That's where town hands out candy and to the kids, the store owners. So we walked through town bright and early in the morning, and see all that kind of that corner cutting does is just stops it from sticking out. You have to be careful because if you cut too much, well, you're screwed. But yeah, we did that. I want to say like a teen goth girl or some kind of goth or teen spirit child, or I'm close. I'm close to the description there. Now everybody has their way of doing this. This is just how I've been doing mine because it's just what I've been rolling with lately, but I change my mind on the fly and do another method all the time. But this little bit right here, because then it finishes off my edges. And make sure you're doing the right covers. Don't do your main cover, because you know your main, unless you're going to cover it up, because your main cover is your main cover. What people are going to see. So this will end up being covered with paper. I'm just tacking it down to hold it. I just made myself a new wish list. Look, I already covered it up. Let me pull it out. Let me show you. Spray bottle and alcohol to remove adhesive from the floor. Oh my goodness, it's my floor. If I want to spray it with adhesive, so be it. I will. Now my socks are sticking to it. However, now my socks will pick up all the hair, and then the washing machine can remove it all. It's genius thinking. It really is. Come on, glue. We're almost to the finish line. Almost there. I need to get new glue. Hey, let me tell you, here's a true story. I have not been crafting that much, and my glue has shown itself because of it. I've had to add acetone to that glue. Well, you see me fighting with this one. There's over half a bottle in there. And I think I got that at AC Moore. And AC Moore closed down in 2020. They went out of business. They were huge we lived near Philly, and they were huge over there. They were everywhere. They originated out of New Jersey. I loved AC Moore. But, you know, just kind of like Joann's. They went away. I'm sure I could use probably my tacky glue, you know, that one, my 3-in-1. I'd have this one here, but this works really well. I'm just going to try to get enough out to spot these corners. And I'm not editing much, so you may want to like fast forward through the boring stuffs. I'll take out some of it, but I'm trying not to edit. That way I can just craft and get it up, and don't have to spend, you know, when you watch a long video and you edit it, you spend like 5 hours. I think I'm just kind of getting over that. On my other channel, I do a lot of videos on my other channel, and it's just like, why? I'm telling you. Alright. So, you were not very nice to me. Tacky glue. But I'm going to get the lid back on there. And I wonder if that was some of it. See, look at that. That was up inside it. But no, that shouldn't affect. I mean, well, I guess it could. It doesn't really. You just kind of snap it on. I'm going to turn it back upside down. And so that paper, I have it sitting over there. I got to spray it. So I'll spray that, stick it on here, cut it. Spray that, stick it on here, cut it. And then we'll be ready to start building the signatures of the journal. So give me a few. Well, it'll be a few for me, a second for you. So I got my paper glued on, and I just trimmed it up so you know, it's up against the edges real well. And I might go ahead and probably distress that a little bit, because it would just kind of finish the edges off. So I'll do that now before I forget. And I mean, you can use, I've seen, you know, glue sticks used, or this, any glue you got that is a good adhesive will work. But since I have that bottle of spray glue, I'm just trying to use it up, because the longer it sits, you know, the more the nozzle gets clogged, and I have to clean it every time I use it, etc. So yeah, just trying to make use of the supplies I have. So anyways, so we went to the promenade yesterday. It was downtown, and the businesses handed out candy, and it's always cute to see, you know, the trick-or-treaters. I might just hit the edges of this in their little costumes getting their candy. But trick-or-treat is actually on Friday. Now, you won't see this part because the fabric will be over it, but you know, like, that is kind of exposed. But I will put book corners on the outside. But things like that, the crooked, I tried to pull it back up and it was not having it. So there we are. That glue's still drying there. I'm just going to hit over here real quick, just to give it some personality. But yeah, so we did that, and then me and Chloe, Samantha went home, and me and Chloe hung out for a little bit. And then we went to, there's a little arcade that's nearby, and like they're getting ready to close down for the winter. We went there and hung out a little bit. And then came here and had dinner, and I recorded like some Bluey episodes for her, so we watched those, and I gave her a bath and stuff like that. But anyways, what I want to do now, I am going to glue this down into this, so this will actually then be, it will be like this on the inside. There, you know, here's the inside, and I'm going to put my signatures through there, and then I'm going to glue it down. But you'll see, because I plan to do this, record this whole journal making. I know I've been lacking over here, and I'm going to get busy on that. It's Christmas is like, crafting season is really upon us, and it goes by so quick. You think, oh, it's going to not be, you know, Thanksgiving's another 4 weeks, and it's going to be so long. But no, every year it sneaks right up on me, and I get nothing done, just like I didn't get Halloween done. I got a couple things, but nothing like what I wanted to do. So I tell you what, next year I'm starting early. I'll just be crafting away, Halloween and Christmas, and you know, just doing my own thing. So I just want to make sure I center that. That's all I'm doing. I'm going over those middle kitty cats. Make sure I have fabric on both. You got a couple seconds to work with this. Where's my brayer at? I just had it. And then there will be like the middle of it. So you see the cats go like boom, 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 boom. So I guess it doesn't really matter. You can go that way or you can go that way. But I figure since the signatures will be down the middle, I'll just have the cats going down and then have going upright the other way. But what I need to do now is just glue that down. This was just under 8 inches, the cover, so I just did it under 8 as well. How do I want to do that? Do I just want to tack this top down, maybe? So the cardboard is 8 inches. Okay, yeah, we'll just do that. Don't get too crazy with the glue. I tend to do that. Come up here and do the same thing, and then I can start making my signatures. I just want to get my signatures made so I can start embellishing, because I got some ideas flowing through my head for embellishments, and I really want to do that. I won't even use this journal this year. Guess what? I'm on Whatnot now. And Whatnot's that online auction platform. And I've been live now quite a few times. Some of you may have already seen my video, seen me go live. But I think I'm going to try to do like a handmade. Just do my paper towel away. I'm going to try to do like a handmade show. Probably not this year, but as I build up inventory, because I want to run it for like 3 hours. So I'll just get started next year and just build up my inventory. Hopefully by then I've got quite a following. So I will leave my link below on this video if you guys want to go check me out. If you're into like buying, I do want to post some ephemera for sale between, like now, and I have some like vintage hardware receipt books I'd like to put up, things like that. But as far as like Halloween and Christmas, if I get anything up, it will be very little. It would have to be like in the next couple weeks, and I just don't see that happening. But anyways, I do have a couple already shows scheduled. One for the 1st of November and one for the 6th of November. They're both like raid trains where you basically hop on and then from someone else's, and then you skip and you do your show, and then you raid the person in line. So I'm doing that, and I'm excited because it's my first time. Saturday will be my first one. Alright, so I'm just going to set those aside to dry and get started on my signatures. Now, hey, signatures are great because you can do whatever you want to do. And, I got this fabric at Joann's, by the way. So, I guess, I don't know if Michael's bought out this pattern, but I'm going to be like, kind of like corded a little bit. Here's my ruler. And I got my paper cutter because I'm going to need that next. So, I had taken notes before. Just kind of ignore my notes. But I have 5.5 to 5 3/4. So, as you start out, you start like 5 3/4. So, what is that? 10, 11.5. And then you end up going down to 11. So, that's how that kind of the note starts in my mind. But the first thing I want to start with is my first page of my signature. And remember I said about the stripes, they can be upside down. So actually that's going to be 7.5. I may as well just go ahead and cut that down to 7.5. And then what I do is, if I don't use all my scraps up, I just put them back in the packet and use them another time. So I just messed that up. Well, I done messed her up now. Let's roll with it. It's just going to be a regular sheet. What I was going to do is flip it and fold. I'll get it together one of these days. So 11.5 is what I'm starting out with because it is the first page of the first signature. And yeah, we'll do the cutie pies first. I gotta scooch that up a little closer so I can see what I'm doing. Get my bone folder. And there we go. It's like sometimes, if that bothers you, you can try to redo it. Sometimes I just cut it off, just that little wee bit. Because I want my pages to be even at the bottom. I don't know, I'm silly like that. And then I just start using filler. So we'll go ahead and do a little golden book page. I don't care if my pages are in order. So I don't worry about it. They will not all make it into my journal. I don't like a big chunky monkey. I like something I can close. And these little golden books, I have not been putting something on to keep it closed. So it can grow like, you know, that much before. And I just don't like mine like crocodile. So I'm going to stick to kind of the skinnier version. I can probably throw a couple more sheets because I am making this a completed one where this one's like build your own. You know, it came with like a bunch of stuff. So yeah, let me find a couple good pages. I kind of like those. And see, they will not be in any kind of order. So I do have to cut them down though. So they'll be fine this way, but they do have to be shortened. And I use washi tape. I know people have different things they use. So we're working with that 5 3/4 sizing right now. So there's 5 3/4. I don't think we're going to cut any words off. That's the other thing you got to watch for when you're putting your pages together, is that you don't cut off too much imagery or too many words, and I did not cut off anything. So I'm probably going to just get another, maybe 1/8 of an inch, not even, just a smidge, because I'm going to put washi tape down. And now I gotta go find washi tape. Okay, I think that will work. I got bats. Set that aside. And then I do end up using glue stick because I don't trust the tackiness on some washi tape. So I end up using the glue stick tip. Help me out. It doesn't matter. I just want to make sure it's long enough. Put that over there. And it gets a little tricky. It gets a little messy. But it's all good. I got washi tape stuck to my thumb. Oh, because it stuck to the glue on my thumb. I don't know how people can get manicures and have these long nails and craft. I can't do it. And if I get glue over, I just take mine. It was good at glue stick and just set it up right, and then, you know, do your thing you're doing. But I just run a paper towel over the desk. That way I don't have to worry too much. And get my washi tape down. So that's going to cover up a little bit. But that's because of the washi tape I chose. It is a thicker. And then flip it over. All right, move, move, move. Please say you can feel the struggle with me. What's nice is the glue does kind of weigh it down a little bit so you can work with it. But my goodness, why do you gotta be difficult with me? Tape. There's no reason for it. My neighbors started putting out their Halloween decorations yesterday. I know it's a week before Halloween, I get it, but they have those large animatronics, and I'm sure they don't want them to get ruined. And I think they have a big party. But, yeah, me and Chloe were looking at them yesterday. And then I'm just going to go ahead and trim that washi tape off. My big factor is I want things to stay together after the journal is out of my hands, because that is something I want it to just stay together. I want it to be able to be used and be functional. So that's why I'm such a stickler, to make sure everything sticks. And I'm just going to fold that over, and basically it should kind of go right down the middle of the washi tape. And it might be a little crooked, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to go right inside. So obviously I've cut something wrong there. Let me see something I'm going to have to use. There's my back cover. Is that too long? So that I will just end up removing. It will go in the middle. I thought I did. Maybe I just did 11. And it was supposed to be 11.5. Well, we'll do what I was going to do anyway, since I messed that up. Let me get my paper out. What can be that? That can be upside down. So I can start. Alrighty, so we'll try this again. I'm just going to cut this off the bottom. Because we're going to fold that. And then I'm going to do 11.5. What did I do with that side piece before? That was the bottom. I'm just seeing how much I cut off the side. I don't know. Alright, we're going to try 11.5, see what happens. This is going to get scored up to 7.5 inches. Yeah, making sure I got the right angle and everything. So 7.5. Again, for this you need something that can be upside down. Like the pattern can go either way. So there's going to be my pocket. I'm going to fold it in half. And then there it is. And then what I like to do, I want to see something first before. No, we're gonna roll with it. My goodness, I cannot get my cutting straight. It wasn't supposed to be like that. Did I do that over there too? Maybe. How long are these little golden book pages? I'm not trusting my notes I wrote. Because the spine's only 8 inches. Yeah, well. See, the pages are a little bit over, well, not even quite 8 inches, so I'm doing 7.5. So I guess they should be a little bit longer. Or I need to cut those. And I can do that. Since I'm messing up so much, I can cut a little bit off the top. And then it would fit in there better. Well, let me do that real quick. I just want to get under the guillotine saw because I had to washi tape. The reason I like it shorter is so it fits inside the book. And the pages aren't the whole way to the end. Whereas on a typical little golden book, see, the pages go the whole way to the edge of the book. But I don't have the precise equipment that little golden people have in a little golden book manufacturers have. So that's why I was cutting it down, because I want it to all fit inside. That way when you embellish too, like a corner peeks out, but not the whole thing. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. So, all right, back to this. There. See, that little bit drives me nuts. And then I took my corner rounders. You don't have to, I don't always, but sometimes I do like a little, I take the double-sided just so I can make my pockets. And if I don't, so again, this tape is old. I got it at Tuesday morning, and you know, Tuesday morning has not been a thing for, well, quite a while. I have this old Amazon gift card, and it's a little more sturdier. So I will probably run another bead of glue. Because the tape's getting old, and I'm at the end of the roll. Where's my, for my little thing that helps pick up the corners. We'll just secure it. See that? Of course I had to do that. Dry glue on the end. I like the glass mat, but it sure can be loud, especially since I have the microphone sitting right on, like right here. Because, well, I want to get a new iPhone. I want to get this, what is it, 17? This one's paid off. I've had it there for a long time. It has the old charging cable. So I think I'm ready for an upgrade. And I heard the audio is a little bit better. I tried to make a video without my external mic in, and it just didn't go that well. It was awful. So hopefully they've improved on that, since they're like saying you can make movies on it. We'll see. Alright, there's that. Here's this, and then I just keep on moving until I'm happy with where I'm at. Trying to think what I can embellish. Well, we'll worry about embellishment later, but what else do I want? I want to, of course, get all my papers, so I gotta grab them. I have this Charlie Brown dictionary I like to use. We'll see what spooky. Oh, dark's good. Yeah, I just been ripping the pages out. And then I grab whatever else I can find. I have some tea dyed paper. I have some graph paper. So, and I like Cavallini bag. So I'll grab something like that. So I'll just turn off the camera for now. I'll go find everything and I'll come back.